Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bulldog Show. I'm Darrell along with Thomasville High School head football coach Jonathan DeLay. And Coach Dogs come up on the short end of a 46-28 score last Friday night against the Bainbridge Bearcats out at the stadium. Led 28-26 going into the fourth quarter, so had every opportunity to win that football game.
Yeah, we did, and we played really well, especially in the first three quarters. We just got to finish, and that's the kids actually said it before I could get it out of my mouth Friday night. Hey guys, we got to finish, and that's what it's going to be about this week at practice. Everything from finishing our breakfast to finishing the last play of practice. That's what we got to do to make that important.
All right, Coach Jay Randall, 87 yards and on 10 carries and a touchdown. Nice to see Jay, of course, on that side of the ball a lot more.
Yeah, Jay's been nursing that hamstring, and we've been trying to get him back all the way so he can play on both sides of the ball, and he was able to do that some last week. Hopefully we can do some more this week. But yeah, he definitely gave us a little spark over there on that side.
All right, Cole Shaw with a 11-yard touchdown reception came after a big kick return by Levante.
Yeah, Levante, he had a ton of all-purpose yards. He had 98 yards in kick returns, but that set us up. They had just scored, and he goes 70, and then Cole makes a great catch right there on third down. Cam did a great job too, finding him right there, trying to move Cole around to get him open.
And that was an important drive, Coach, for us to finish because we had not done that the week before.
Correct. Yeah, we were down. The week before, you think about we're inside the 10 3 times, can't punch it in the end zone. First time we get inside the 10 of the night, we're able to punch it in on a third down too. So that was big.
Nigel Pittman, Coach, caught his first touchdown pass of his career, 35-yarder from Cam Hill, and he was so wide open. I was afraid the ball wasn't going to get there and he wouldn't catch it.
Yeah, he did a great job all week, and then right there, that was actually a play that I don't even know if we've run it at all this season. We run bubbles and stuff, and we had Cole at number 2, and we knew they'd jump down on him. And Nigel did a great job selling the block and then getting out. Cam got it to him. It was a great catch. Those are the ones you got to concentrate on a little more than the ones that are, the tough ones to catch because you're so wide open.
Coach, he's a kid that has a lot of skill set that we're really counting on as the year goes along.
Yeah, and he's a 10th grader. I got a lot of kids playing right now on Friday nights that don't have driver's license. So,
that's right.
You got to keep that. I got to keep that in mind when I'm game planning and stuff. And he's one of those guys, and he did a great job.
Well, Coach, talking about young kids, your sophomore linebacker Joe Douglas, 10 tackles. Your freshman defensive back A.J. Hill Jr. 8 tackles.
Yeah, they did a great job on that side of the ball, and that's the thing. We've got to be getting better every week. And that's from the Cairo week to the Bainbridge week. We got better. Obviously, it wasn't better enough to go and win the game, and that's frustrating. But we've got to continue to improve because this week we've got a football game, and we're going out there to win. We want to get better win going into an open week because September 29th, that's when they count for getting numbers on the board.
Keyshawn Jordan, Coach, 6 tackles and a sack. Tyreek Williams, a fumble recovery. So 2 seniors that contributed.
Yeah, 2 seniors right there contributing. And, you go back to Jay, there's another senior. He blocks a kick. He really blocked 2. Sometimes a great get-off looks like offsides.
Right.
But, the ball bounces the right way. We had a penalty. They move it up, and we stop them on the 2-point conversion. So we got the same result out of it.
All right, Coach, and Kobe Hall, 5 kickoffs, 4 of them for touchback. That's a pretty good stat.
Yeah, that's something we haven't seen in a while. I don't remember a kicker having 4 in a game maybe since Hurston back in 18 and 19. So that was a really good job right there by Colby, putting that ball in the end zone for us. Because going 80, that's a big difference from,
right.
Because once so if you kick in the end zone, you got to go 80 yards. If they return the ball to the 30, that's 1 first down they don't have to get. So that's huge.
All right, Coach. Before we get into the highlights, we had a childhood cancer awareness night out at the stadium, and you guys honored. When you become a dad, those things really become even more relevant to you. And I know that's something that's good, big in your heart.
Yeah, that's something that Coach Rayburn does a great job of making sure that we honor those people that need that honor. And we had 4 students from our school system: Eaker, Paris, Raylan, and Presley Blaylock that we recognize as honorary captains. 2 of those, Eaker and Paris, actually taught at Scott when I was over there as the PE teacher, so it was good to see them. And I know the other 2 from some things that we've done over at the Y. So, it's great to see those kids. I hate what they're going through, but it's to see the joy on their faces and to see our kids, go over to them, dap them up, speak to them. That's fun.
Yeah, and Coach said what they did, they do with courage.
Oh,
and it's
my
it's
goodness.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, when you think about, when I think about football, yeah, we're 1-3 right now. That compares nothing to what those families are going through, and to see the joy and the peace on their faces, that's a big pick me up to me.
And we honor them every day.
Yeah, I mean, every day.
All right, Coach. Let's get into some of the highlights. And of course, the weather wasn't everything we wanted it to be. Or the weather was really good Friday night. I'm sorry,
Yeah, it was great. We came
Yeah.
out there and walked the field, and it was hot, and then the sun went right behind the cloud, and it was kind of nice. So this is our second kickoff return, and we do a great job getting some guys moved. Leland Chapman with a great block right there to spring Levante, and then he takes it 70 yards. He outran the camera. So that's a positive right there. And then we're getting some 10 personnel runs. Hadn't really done that all year. We felt like we could do it. We're getting some 3, 4, 5-yard carries right here. Got a third down. Jay does a good job with his stiff arm right there. Then Cole boxing out on the outside, getting Jay loose, getting him down around the 10-yard line.
Getting past that first guy, Coach, makes a big difference.
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
and that's what we worked on all week was, hey, listen, we can't go down on first contact. We got to run through that. And then right here, Nigel's man pushes him into Cole's man. We get the rub that we want, and we get a touchdown. And then Colby with the extra point right there. So keeping points on the board, keeping it away from them. And then we kick it off, and he kicks it in the end zone. All right, and they got to go 80. We did a good job the other night. You can see, I believe that was Tyreek right there coming down out of the secondary making the play. But we did a good job getting hats to the football, especially early on. And that was one of the things we preached on defense. I mean, right here we got tackles for loss. Haven't seen that much this year. They punt it, put Nigel back there, and he bobbled it a little bit, but we were able to get right back on it. It was a good job being aware right there. That pass right there, I told Cam Sunday, I was like, hey, man, look, everybody in the stand sees you bounce one in there. I'm actually fine with that. They had the defenders coming right down on him. It's 1st and 10. Let's just play 2nd and 10. Let's don't try to force anything in there. That's where you see growth a little bit right there, especially with those young guys. Get into the second quarter. Still 7-7, and Levante takes off. I mean, again, showing his speed. We did a really good job up front. I thought we played our rear ends off up front because that was a good defensive line we were playing. They were quick, they were strong, they were fast, and we were communicating with each other. We were playing with confidence. When I went in at halftime, it was 14-13, and the offensive line, they're just chirping with each other. Hey, coach, this is what we like. This is what we want. This is where we want to go. And that's something that I need to see out of them because that group playing with confidence can play really well together.
Because you had a freshman who got his first start on the offensive
line.
Yeah,
Isaiah Palacios, he's had a good camp, and we're pleased with what he's been doing. And he did a good job the other night for us. And you're going to get freshman mistakes. You're going to get sophomore mistakes. I mean, that's going to happen. But I thought he played his rear end off right here. I mean, defense, we are just getting after it. We're flying around all over the place. You can see Junior there coming down downhill. Now, right here, 3rd and long, I'd rather not give up that long play. But then right back on 4th down, we bow our necks. There's Joe flying in there, and we got the ball back. Touchdown for them right before half, and then we come out right there. One, we block the kick, and then they don't get the 2-point conversion, so that was huge for us. Third quarter, I thought the start to the third quarter was amazing. One, we get a touchback, and then we get a 3-and-out, make them punt. I mean, just flying around. Look at all them hats getting to the ball, knocking it backwards. That's what we've got to do for 4 quarters, and that's what we're working on this week is finish. Right there, first guy fell off, but there were so many bodies to get back to it. And then right here, you got Junior. They throw a bubble. And that's the 9th grader making tackle for loss on 3rd down. That's huge. Huge. Then we make them punt. They went to their little rugby style right there, but he doesn't kick a great punt. It gets a good roll for him, but where it lands wasn't great. And then here we go. We try to come out, get the ball on the side with the bubble. They do a good job forcing it, get a tackle for loss, run the ball on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and 9, and this I thought was the biggest play of this drive right here. We moved Cole. We were trying to get the curl open. They left Cole open. We give it to him, and now it's 4th and 1, snap the ball to Jay, and we just get a cave down on the daggum right side. And there he goes. And you got DeMario Sawyer out there doing a great job, not getting a penalty, just shielding. Then we're trying to go fast. We go right back the other way, same formation, just hit it off the other side. And then back to Jay with Goff, DY, getting out there, Smiley coming down and fitting the mic, and then Hunter Blanton leading him through there, and Jay does the rest. And so you talk about a start out of halftime, touchback, 3 and out, touchdown drive. They come right back down, get a touchdown, but then, we're putting some pressure on them on the block right there, and they bobble the snaps, keeping points off the board. Vontae's last kickoff makes them kick it short, so that good job by Keemon right there with the fair catch. And then here we go on this drive. Ant with some good carries right here. We're pushing the pile forward. That's what I like to see, too. When the offensive line gets over there and pushes that thing forward, I love it. Right here, Cam throws a great ball to Messiah. Messiah just drops it. And that's going to happen in football. He's banged up all week. He's just got to remember, hey, I got to continue to work, catching the ball, catching the ball, catching the ball. Great run by Ant on first, and then on first down, we go to the Bubble Fox right here. We hit Nigel for the touchdown. Everybody's coming down on Cole, and you can see the exuberance on the sideline. That's how we got to play, though, for 4 quarters. We got to continue it because there's 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and we didn't get the stuff to get us in the end zone. I got to do a better job of getting back to things that are good, and we got to do a better job of going and just finishing. First play of the fourth quarter, we punted, they muffed it, and we just weren't able to get on it. They come down and score. Jay does a great job right there with the block.
And we've had a couple of those opportunities this past week.
Second punt right here, boom. They muff it again, we recover it. I got a little greedy right there, tried to take a shot, and we threw an interception, and it kind of went from there. But our biggest thing this week, thinking back to the game last week, I want to win the football game. But if I didn't see any growth from Cairo to Bainbridge, it would have been really bad. I saw growth Cairo to Bainbridge, and the kids understand that we've got to finish. And that's what we've been talking about, all week. Do right, dictate, but then finish. Go finish everything. We're talking in the classroom. We're talking in film time. We're talking breakfast. I told them, Sunday, and I wasn't trying to be funny, but I said, we give them honey buns with snacks and stuff. I said, listen, you pick a honey bun up off that table, you better finish it. I don't want to see, half-eaten ones in the trash can, because that's the mindset that it's going to take to go and win. I got to finish every single thing that I do.
All right, Coach. So the Dogs now head to Tifton be the first time we've had to get on a bus and go somewhere, really, other than a mile or two. So will that be a little different for you?
It will be. And our kids do a good job with transition and things like that. So our Friday routine will be just a slightly different. I have to get them out of school a little bit early. But it's the first game outside of Thomasville this year. So looking forward to it, though. It's going to be fun, get that road trip experience under our belt.
All right, Coach, it'll be the 65th meeting between us and Tift County. First time we've been to Tifton since 1983, so it's been they came here last year, and Dogs were able to get a win, but it's been the first time we've been to their place, to the Devil's Den, Brody Field, since 1983.
Yeah, that's one of those places I've actually never been to, so this will be the first time for me, just seeing it on the film. It looks like a nice big stadium. Looks like the fans pretty close to you. There's no track, so I'm excited to get the opportunity to go over there. The kids are excited. We're just doing everything that we can to go and be 1-0 on Friday night, moving into an open week.
Coach, talk a little bit about Tift County and what they like to do.
Yeah, so on offense, they want to run the ball. They're a big zone team. They'll press the edge. They'll cut it all the way back. They got 2 receivers that they feel confident throwing it up to at any moment. Quarterback's a good player. He's kind of bounced around. He's found a home at Tifton. He can make all the throws. We got to get after him and get him uncomfortable. Defensive side of the ball, they're really a 3-4 team that plays some 4-man front principles. We feel like we got some things where we can move some guys around and get some open voids. But again, we got to do us. On defense, we got to get hats to the ball and tackle. On offense, we got to establish our run RPO game and then hit our shots down the field when they present themselves. And then we got to win special teams. It can't be, it can't be just some of the time. It's got to be all the time on special teams. Winning the field position, blocking kicks, securing kicks, and making big plays in that game that'll change the momentum of the game.
You're talking about Coach B in Thomasville.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do.
That's us. I mean, that's what we got to do. And I saw us getting back to that last week. And, I asked the kids on Sunday, I said, what felt different from last week to this week? And they said, one of my kids said, it felt normal. It felt normal, Coach. Offense was playing off the defense, defense playing off the offense, and there was that level of trust that was growing. And I think that's where we got to get to, and we got to keep going.
All right. Well, remind our fans now it's a 7:30 Coach kickoff
right.
over in Tifton on Friday night as the Dogs travel back to the Devil's Den for the first time since 1983. And Coach and I will be back with the highlights of that game next week.